Come up with the basketball. Harris gets it down across the timeline into the right corner to Connor. He'll pass it back to Harris. Harris stops for a second or two. Goes to the right side underneath, and Brown will score. They put it in the back way. Bandys scores first. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, it's clear to tell already. They have one man on Vernon Odom, and they're running pretty much a zone defense, a box of one, it appears to be, Dave.
Down on the inside, Long drives up for the shot, won't go, gets the rebound, turns around, feeds it back outside to Denny. Denny goes to the inside to Lopper. We got a whistle blown on the play. 2-0 in the early going. Foul is called on Mike Connor. Of course, that's his first as the game is just underway, and that's the first team foul against the Bandys Trojans. Here's the inbounds pass way back on the outside. It'll go in the corner to Hurley. Hurley puts it in the low post. Inside, picked up there. There's Odom. He'll take it down to the left sidelines, all the way into the corner. Stops, shoves up the bomb. It's good. Nothing but strings on that one. And it's 4-0 as Odom goes down and immediately shows his stuff for the first shot of the ball game there.
He certainly did. Vernon stopped and popped it from about 25 feet out, and Bill Boss says that when Vernon Odom's doing that, the team is going to be hot. So we can look for Bandys to be hot tonight.
It's 4-0. The Bandys fans are alive here in Statesville, and we're glad you've got it on 1, 2, 3. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in that North Carolina State battle. It's 49-43. The Wolfpack desperately trying to come back. We'll keep you in touch. Down underneath. Here's Brown. He drives, lays it up. It's 4 points tonight for Phil Brown, who's off to a hot start. 6-0 is our score. And down to the corner on the left side. It's coming in there to outside to Long. He'll show up the long shot, and it will be no good. Back up and in, and it's going to be good. Long scores for Ash Central, and we got the ball out of bounds. Odom lost it on the out of bounds. And Brad Lopp will throw it in for Ash Central. Hurley.
Play is hot and heavy here in the early going, Dave.
Hurley gets it on the corner. The shot is going to be up and it's good. That's 4 points, and it's 6-4 now. Here comes Bandys. Harris will take it down to the front court. Takes it over to the corner on the left side. Gives it off to Brown. Down underneath. They knocked it away. Ball is loose. Going to be picked up by Lopp. Ash Central drives hard into the circle all the way down. 5-foot chip shot. Good. Off the glass in the hoop as Lopp scores again. And it's a 6-6 ball game, all tied up in the early going with 5 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Down the left sidelines, in the corner to Connor. Connor on the right to Brown, who put it up. It will go. And out with a rebound comes James Long for Ash Central.
Well, Ash Central has really turned it on after falling behind by about 6-0, David. They scored the last 3 buckets, and they're looking good and almost hit another one at that point right there.
Bill Brown will come up with a rebound, and we've got a foul call on the play.
A good crowd here from both areas, Bandys and Ash Central, so that's why we're putting up with a lot of noise tonight. Also, this might be one of the hottest gyms in North Carolina.
I think you may be right. That and the fact that I don't believe you can get anybody else in the door here. This place is packed. 54-47. UT Chattanooga is leading NC State now with just minutes remaining in that ball game. We're all tied up at 6-all with 5:12 on the clock. We're in the first quarter here at Statesville as we've got the action of the State 2A tournament on 1, 2, 3. Tomorrow night, we know we're going to be back for 1 game, and if the Trojans can pull this one off, Larry will be back for 2. Of course, it's going to be Parkwood and the Bandys Lady Trojans in the first contest tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Here's the shot up and it's good. Brad Lopp is hot tonight for Ash Central. He has 4 points.
Yep.
Connor will take it all the way down. He'll drive it up. The rebound is up by Odom, and it's good. And it's going to be a 8-8 ball game. Back and forth. They're burning the nets here at Statesville tonight. Down on the right side. Here comes to the corner to Poe. Poe looks around, feeds it back outside to Denny. Denny Puts on the floor a couple of times to the top of the circle. In the long outside bomb by Hurley. Won't go. It's short. The rebound. Brown. Quick pass down court to Harris. Harris will back off at the top of the circle for the Trojans. He'll back off there. Goes in the corner to Odom on the right side. Just in front of the Bandys bench. He'll go to Harris. Top of the circle. Shot is up in the lane by Harris. It's good. He scores. And it's a 10-8 ball game. As it's Bandys on top. Benny Harris gets his first 2 points of the game.
The Trojans are running a 2-1-2 zone, Dave, and that's leaving that middle open, and that's why Lopp is able to get in there and get that shot off from about 8 feet.
Here comes a shot from the outside. It was no good. Bandys rebound, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. So it will be Ash Central's ball. Odom looks around, gives it across to Harris. Harris will pass in the corner to Connor. Underneath, Brown, what a play. Nice teamwork as Brown scores, and it's a 12-8 ball game. Beautiful assist at the top of the circle. On the right corner, Odom puts up the shot. It's off the rim, but it's going to be no good. Long pass, fast breaker to Odom. It's overthrown, and it'll go out of bounds, and Odom will go into the dressing room somewhere down in the end of the gym. There he comes back out. It's 12-8. Bandys is on top with 3 minutes and 26 seconds showing on the clock. To the top of the circle. Bandys is hot, hitting 75% from the floor tonight already in this ball game with 3 minutes and 14 seconds short on the clock. Here comes the shot underneath the baseline. Shot by Kevin Denny. It's going to be blocked, but a foul is going to be called on the play. Charged with a foul will be number 22, Mike Connor for Bandys. And he'll pick up his second foul. That'll also be the second team foul on the Trojans. At the line, Kevin Denny with 3 minutes and 8 seconds short on the clock. Shot is up, and it's good. Down in the front court. To Connor. Connor to Odom. Down underneath, knocked away. Stolen. And quickly into the front court. One pass overthrown out of bounds. Bandys will get the ball right back. Play getting a little bit ragged now.
Both teams are wanting to run the ball tonight, David, and I think that accounts for some of the bad passes that we're seeing. Ash Central now trying to pick up on that half-court zone trap.
Here's Odom, passes it off underneath the Brown. Shot block, he's fouled. Brad Lopp, I think, will be charged with it underneath. Lopp will be charged. North Carolina State has just lost to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. The final score in that 58-51. UT defeating the Wolfpack. I guess that's considered an upset, but we're getting some of those in the NCAA tournaments right now, aren't we, Larry?
I suppose so, David. I'm not so sure it's an upset at all because UT Chattanooga has played some tough, had a tough Southern Conference schedule this year. And they played some good basketball. So.
Well, they played some tonight, 58-51.
They certainly did.
As they defeated the Wolfpack and eliminated North Carolina State University from the NCAA tournament. Here it's 14-10. Bandys is on top. Here's an outside shot by Ash Central. It's no good. Denny put one up, but it wouldn't fall for him. And Connor's going to come up with a rebound for the Trojans. To Harris. Harris will take it across the timeline. He'll pass it to Connor left side. That's Adrian. In the low post, back to the top of the circle to Harris. Harris looks, shoves it up. It's no good off the rim. Rebound is by Connor, and a whistle blows. Foul is going to be called as Connor went back up for it. 14-10 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock here. Harris goes over. Bill Boss up off the bench, explaining, do this, do that. I want you over there. Now he sits back down. Shot is up, and it's going to be off the rim, no good. You got to wonder if Bill Boss could coach if he couldn't have that chaw tobacco in his jaw.
I doubt it very seriously.
Bound to be an essential ingredient, wouldn't you say?
It would have. In Bill Boss' situation, it certainly does.
14-10. Down in the corner underneath. Here's a shot up, and Poe puts it up, and it won't fall. The rebound is down by Lopp. Back up good. Brad Lopp put it back and scored. Brought it back to within 2 for the Panthers. And what do we get? We got Odom throwing it in. He was inbounds. He did not have all of his footsies on the out-of-bounds line. As a result, Ash Central will get that basketball back underneath their own bucket on the turnover.
And it also gives the Panthers a chance to tie up the ball game for the first time.
Inbounds ball stolen away by Bandys. Odom will take it down, shoves it off. Oops! He thought that Connor was in there, and what a play that was. Odom thought Connor was coming up on the left side, so he was going to shove off the pass. But it wasn't Connor, it was Greg Poe for Ash Central. Well, Greg wasn't expecting for Odom to pass him the ball, so he traveled with it, got the traveling call, and Bandys will get the ball right back. Here's Benny Harris in the corner, pops it in good, gets his 4th point of the night, and it's 16-12. Now the Trojans are on top with a minute 37 seconds showing. Boom! Bodies hit the floor, and we got a charge call. Looks like it'll be on James Long, who drove into the lane. Phil Brown hit the floor, and a charge will be called on Long. That'll be his first foul of the evening. With a minute 34 seconds on the clock, the Trojans will get the ball. Ash Central getting pressure on Bandys in the backcourt. Inbounds will come into Odom. Odom will pass it. Almost lost it. He did. It's stolen away. A drive up and under. No good. But Odom will rebound it. Now he's going to take it down in the front court. He'll drive. Passes it off to Brown. Up and in. And a whistle and a foul call. Odom to Brown. Nice assist. Brown off the glass in the hoop for 2. A foul call on the play. And Phil Brown gets to go to the line with a chance to make the 3-point play. Kevin Denny gets called for the foul. It'll be his first. And at the line will be Phil Brown with a chance to stretch the Bandys' lead. They're on top now, 18-12, with a minute and 20 seconds on the clock. We're in the first quarter of this championship battle here. State tournament action in Statesville. Brown ready. It's up good.
Phil Brown having an excellent night, David. He just exceeded his yearly average per game, so he's averaging 10.9. He already has 11.
Down underneath. Jenny passed it, stolen away. Mike Connor gets a steal. He'll drive it off to Odom underneath the bucket, shoves it to Harris. Harris lost it underneath, and it's going to be Ash Central coming up with the ball. Down into the front court. Ash comes down on the right side. Takes it to the top of the circle. To Campbell, who's in the lineup, getting some substitutions in that Ash lineup. At the top of the circle, Campbell has it. Bounces it on the outside there, and a shot is going to be partially blocked. Back up by Campbell and good. Jeff Campbell scores, and it's good. It makes it 19-14 with 28 seconds left, first quarter. Down underneath, 2-on-1. Here comes to Brown. He'll up for the shot, but it won't go, but he's fouled before the shot. So Brown will get to go to the line. Trojans hot tonight with 22 seconds showing on the clock in the first quarter. It's 19-14. 5-point spread for Bandys here in the early going.
And Charles Jones picked up his first foul of the night, Dave. That's 5 team fouls for Ash Central, and Phil Brown, of course, goes to the line with one shot, 1-1.
Shot was off, no good. Odom will rebound. Back up, no good. Back up again, good. 2 points there for Mike Connor. Fast break out of bounds. They tried to throw it long to Kevin Denny. They threw it long, all right, all the way out of the gym. And it's going to be out of bounds. So it will be backcourt, and they'll give it to...
No one touched the ball, Dave, so the Bandys Trojans will get the ball out into their own basket.
Right underneath their own bucket. Phil Brown will get it. Brown is ready. He'll throw it into Odom. Odom puts it on the corner to Harris. 9 seconds showing first quarter. Harris goes off to Connor. Connor pumps it in. It's good. Mike Connor scores 23-14. That's the end of the first quarter of play. At the end of a quarter of action in the State 2A battle, the score, the Bandys Trojans 23 and the Ash Central Panthers 14. You're listening to State 2A tournament action on 1-2-3 Radio. Back at Statesville High, we're about ready to start the second quarter of action. And as Larry Siegel would say, that first quarter was a barn burner.
It certainly was, and Chris has put together some figures for us over here on the first quarter. Ash Central had 6 of 17 field goals for 35%. The Bandys boys hit 10 of 14 for 71%. So it looks like that the shooting percentage is certainly on the Bandys boys side.
Vernon Odom just connects for Bandys as he pops it up from the outside, and it's 25-14. Down the corner left sidelines. The ball comes into Poe. Outside shot by Denny is up. And they say Harris commits a foul. They call the bucket good. Let's see. It went in. It's good. It's good. Well, Vernon Odom got his 2,501 point tonight just a moment ago. Quite an accomplishment, I'll tell you. 25-16. Quickly, Odom drives. Long pass to Brown down to the low post in the corner. Comes outside to Connor. Connor looks, shoves it up. It's off the rim, but it's no good. The rebound is down by Lopp. He'll take it down for the Panthers. Takes it down the low post all the way into the corner. Back outside to Lopp. He'll get the outside shot free, and he takes it and makes it. It's good. It's 25-18. These Panthers aren't going to lay down by any means, Larry.
They're certainly not, David, and they're playing a good full-court pressure game and picking up when they can, and they're good shooters. They're all good outside shooters.
On the right side, here's Adrian Connor with the ball on the inside to go to Harris, and he was fouled on the plays. He went up for the shot, so he'll get to go to the charity stripe. Looks like it'll be Ben Hurley who was called for foul, number 31 for the Panthers of Ash Central. And Harris will be at the charity stripe. 25-18. Bandys on top. 6 minutes, 58 seconds on the clock. Here's the shot. It's good. In case you just joined us, the first game of the night on 1-2-3 from Indianapolis saw the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga defeat the Wolfpack of North Carolina State 58-51, eliminating the Wolfpack from the NCAA competition. Here comes the Panthers into the front court. They feed it inside the lane on the right to Denny. Denny in the corner, backs it on the outside. He'll get it in there, and they go for the shot. It's partially blocked. Back up for the shot again. It's no good by Long, and back up and good for two as Greg Poe gets the rebound and puts it in. It's 26-20. Bandys up by 6 points in the ball game.
Ash Central picking up full court again, David, and they're putting the pressure on the Bandys boys, and that time slapped the ball out of bounds and forcing Bandys into another full court situation.
To the top of the circle goes to Harris. Harris with it on the outside. He'll go to Odom at the top of the circle. Wants the shot, takes it and makes it. Oh, he is right tonight. Vernon Odom, top of the circle, 28-20 now. 8-point spread. The Bandys Trojans are on top. Harris knocks the ball out of bounds. So the Panthers will have to bring it back in. Kevin Denny will be throwing it in for Ash Central. He'll probably toss it in there to Lopp. He will. Hurley at the top of the circle. Goes to Denny, and Denny will look, puts it on the inside, turnaround jump shot is off the rim. Odom cleans the boards for Bandys as Poe misses the shot. And it goes to Odom. Odom tries to feed it underneath, but it was knocked out of bounds. Several hands in there, slapped it out. James Long, one of them that knocked it away. And it will be Bandys ball on the out of bounds directly underneath their own bucket. Connor will throw it into Odom at the top of the circle. Odom feeds it underneath to Connor, up and in. Wow. It went from Mike Connor on the out of bounds to Vernon Odom at the top of the circle, back to Mike Connor underneath the bucket and in for the 2 points, and it's 30-20. Biggest lead of the night for Bandys, up by 10. Vernon Odom just stole the basketball away for the Trojans and takes it to the top of the circle. Shoves it into the air, and it's good. His one-handed right-hand jump shot is up, and Bill Bost is up off the bench screaming. The squad timeout has been called. Panthers want timeout with 5 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. The score, Bandys 32, Ash Central 20, and you're listening to State 2A Tournament Action on 1-2-3 Radio.
He's tough about it.
Back back in Statesville. As action resumes, the Panthers get the inbounds ball, and they take it to the top of the circle. Left corner, it comes into Long. Long on the inside. Back to Hurley on the outside at the top of the circle. Hurley looks, goes back to Long along the left sidelines. Stops, shoves it up. It's off the rim, no good. The rebound, Brown, fast break. Long pass down court to Odom. Odom to Harris. Harris for two. Oh, my goodness. The Trojans can't do anything wrong tonight. 34-20. Here comes Hurley, top of the circle to the left sidelines to Lawn. Back to Hurley to Lawn. He goes in the lane up with a shot. Foul is going to be called. I believe it'll be on Adrian Connor. Let's see what they say. Nope, they won't give it to Adrian. They'll give it to Brown, won't they?
Phil Brown.
Phil Brown will be charged with it. That'll be his first foul. And that's going to be the, we're into the 1-and-1 now, right? As the Panthers will be at the line. James Long will be there. 4:46 short on the clock in the first half. It's 34-21 now as Long connects on his first shot. This place is packed. I don't believe you can get anybody else in here. Air conditioners are not working. Do they have air conditioners here, Larry?
I don't think they have air conditioners down here.
That's the reason they're not working. Down underneath, Phil Brown just scores. That's good. What happened on that one? The ball went down through the net. One of the Panther players knocked it back up through the hoop. Looked good, but it still counts. And it'll be 36-21 with 4:36 on the clock. Down on the right side, here comes Denny, up with a shot, baseliner won't go. Brown rebounds to Odom. Odom, 2-on-1, pass breaks to Harris. Whoops, he's going to be fouled. Kevin Denny bumped into him. Denny, a nice, conscientious guy, made sure he didn't hit the court. He grabbed him, and Harris will get to go to the line. We got a substitution. Jeff Campbell is going to come back into the lineup for the Panthers, and it's going to be going out of the lineup, Ben Hurley. Chris, you got some stats?
Dave, right at this point, Bandys is 16 of 20 from the floor for 76.1%.
Have you seen them play this kind of basketball in a while?
No, I haven't. It's been quite a while since they've shot this well.
36-21 is the score now. The shot from the line is up, and it's good.
Dave, the key to the way the Bandys Trojans are playing at this time is Vernon Odom, and it's not for the reasons that it's normally Vernon Odom for. Now, Vernon has 13 points, but he's also been great on defense. He's played some, had some great assists down under the basket. So Vernon Odom is a complete ball player tonight for sure.
Shot is up. Harris connects on both of them from the charity stripe, and it's a 38-21 ball game. Down across to the left sidelines, driving into the lane. Here it's underneath. The shot is up at the top of the rim by Rupp, and it's going to be no good. Odom rebounds again. Fast break to Harris down underneath. Won't go. Rebound Harris. Bodies all over him, and a whistle is going to be blown. James Long, I believe, will come out from that with a foul, his second, as he picks up number 2, and Benny Harris, who was at the stripe just a moment ago and dropped 2 in calmly, will be back up there for a couple of more for the Trojans. 4:08 left, first half. It's 38-21. Shot is up in the air, and it's going to be off the rim, no good. And out with a rebound. Comes quickly. Lopp will break it into the front court to the top of the circle. He looks around, goes in the corner to Campbell. Campbell on the right side to Hurley, and whoops, I believe Vernon Odom will be charged with a foul. Odom will pick up his first as he gets him on the arm. And at the line will be Ben. Nope. That's going to be Jones at the line. Charles Jones, as a matter of fact. Shots up and a shot no good. We got another whistle in there. As this time,
that goes against Brad Lopp. He went over the back of Phil Brown on the attempt for the rebound.
Foul called on Lopp, and going to the charity stripe will be Phil Brown. 3:56 left first half, 38-21. Again, the Wolfpack of North Carolina State defeated tonight by the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga in a game played in Indianapolis and heard here on 1-2-3, 58-51. UT winning it tonight, eliminating the Wolfpack. 14 points for Phil Brown, make it 15. He just dropped in his second one from the charity stripe. It is 40-21 as the Trojans are on top. And this game almost turning out like the first game of the night, which got a little lopsided too.
It certainly did. I think it went up to about 25 or 30 points at the half as well.
Shot from the outside, off the rim, no good. And down with a rebound comes Bandys as Scott Painter is in the lineup now. And down underneath, we get a foul on the play. At the line, Phil Brown. He's really having a good night at the line as the foul is going to be called in there. So Brown is ready for two, makes the first one.
That makes Phil 6 for 6 tonight from the free throw line, Dave.
41-21, 3:33 short on the clock. Back tomorrow night, 6:45 broadcast time. Game number 1, the Bandys Lady Trojans will take on Parkwood. Game number 2 will put West Montgomery against the winner of the contest going on right now. And right now, the Bandys Trojans are in command, 42-21.
Some good running gun basketball here tonight at Statesville, Dave. It kind of makes some of the ACC games seem like powder puff games.
You're right on that, Larry. At the top of the circle, here comes Poe. Outside shots off the rim, no good. Here's Connor. He'll pass it down to Odom. Odom puts up the one-hander. It's good. Odom puts it up, and it's good, and it's 44-21. Vernon is right tonight. Down at the top of the circle, comes into Long. Long on the right to Denny. Denny puts it in the corner. He'll stop for a second or two. Puts it back on the right side to Poe. Up for the shot. It won't go. Tapped around, and Connor comes up with a rebound for Bandys. Going to Adrian Connor. Connor to Connor, and it'll go to Odom. Odom wants the long outside bomb, and it's good. He couldn't resist. He knows he's hot, so he pumped it up there.
You're not supposed to hit shots from where Vernon Odom hits shots from.
What is that, 35 foot or so outside? He's hit 5 in a row from the floor. 46-21, and we got 2 points down on the other end as Greg Poe scores for the Panthers, making it 46-23. To the right side, Odom into the lane, up for the shot, won't go. And out with the rebound is Kevin Denny. Denny will pass it down into the front court to Hurley. Hurley stops, he wants the shot up, it's good. Ben Hurley scores for Ash Central's Panthers. And we've got 2 minutes left in the first half now, 46-25. A 21-point lead for the Bandys Trojans. Left sidelines, here's Odom. Passes it across underneath the Brown, knocked out to Connor. Connor will get the shot, it's short. Rebound Harris, the little man will put it up, but it won't go. And tapped in there by Adrian Connor. Connor went up, got his hands off of it, slapped it off the glass and in, and it's 48-25. Down underneath, here's Denny into the corner. Wants the shot for Ash Central, it won't go. The rebound is by Poe, up, no good. And here comes Connor for Bandys with the rebound and shoves it out to Odom. Odom down the right sidelines to the top of the circle. In the corner to the right to Harris. Harris puts it on the floor once. Back to Odom at the top of the circle. The long bomb up, off no good. Rebound, Brown, back up good. Phil Brown scores. He gets his 19th point of this ball game. 50-25. The Trojans up by 25 Beggins with 1:05 left in the first half. Right corner Hurley for Ash Central. Feeds it back behind him to Long. Long on the inside. The shot by Poe, good. Greg Poe got the 10-footer, and it is 50-27 now. Trojans with 50. Here's a steal, and it's good. Odom loafing along, just got it taken away from him. Long stole it and put it right in for the Panthers. Here's Odom at the top of the circle. To the left of the lane, puts up the shot. It's going to be off the rim, no good. Rebound is Kevin Denny. And Denny will take it down the left sidelines, across the timeline, all the way into the corner. Stopped, shot partially blocked, tapped around, fight for it, whistle blows. Looks like it's going to be against James Long or Vernon Odom. Which will it be? Odom? Yep, Odom will be charged with a foul. Harris is going to come out of the lineup now. And coming into the lineup for Bandys will be Tim Hicks. Hicks, number 14, in.
Also in the lineup, Dave, for Bandys, Greg Duncan.
And it's going to be up. Down to the top of the circle. Duncan with the ball at the top, goes to Hicks. Hicks looks around, down on the inside. Here's Connor, wants a shot. It's up, it's off the rim, it's no good. Back up by Connor, good. Adrian Connor got the first shot and missed. Mike Connor got the second shot and hit. It's 52-29. 2 seconds left in the half. That's the shot. That's the first half. So in Statesville, at Statesville High School, with the first half completed, the score, the Bandys Trojans 52, the Ash Central Panthers 29. And we're back with halftime activities in just a moment. You're listening to State 2A Tournament Action on 123 Radio. A lot of people are heading for the exit, probably to get a little fresh air. This place has been so packed and extremely hot tonight. And what a night it's been. There's several reasons that it's hot. The actual temperature inside the gym is a little warm. But what happened was, Larry, when the game got started, things got so hot down there on the court, I think that the temperature rose about 10 or 15 degrees when those nets started smoking. Boy, we did see a heck of a first half of basketball here. The Trojans came out, and I think when Chris Hobbs comes up with some of the percentages on shooting, that we're going to find that it's phenomenal, and that's why the Trojans lead it 52-29. One of those nights when you do no wrong. That's been Bandy's night tonight. What about this Phil Brown? 19 points at the end of the first half, and Chris Hobbs may have some stats. What kind of average has Phil been having? That's a little unusual for Phil, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Dave. Most of his shots, of course, have come inside. He's 6 of 7 from the floor.
Fantastic night. 19 points, and then, of course, Odom has 18. So that's part of the reason. Chris, you've watched the Trojans. What's different tonight? What's making them click so that they've got 52 points in this tournament action tonight?
Dave, I'd have to honestly say that the fact of being in Western Regional play, these guys traditionally seem to play better in the more important games, and I think that's the case tonight. They're going to the boards real hard like they did against West Lincoln in the district finals, and really the board work has been a key. Bandys is out-rebounding Ash Central 25-12, and an interesting fact would be that the fact Ash Central has 12 rebounds, Vernon Odom has 7, and Mike Connor has 8, so that's 15. So those two individuals have more than the whole team.
That's fantastic. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll get some of the percentages of shooting in that first half. Larry will get some of the individual scoring in the first half coming up in just a moment. At the half, the score, it's Bandys 52, Ash Central 29, and you're listening to the State 2A Tournament Action on 123 Radio. Still high on a Friday night. Dave Lingafeld along with Larry Siegel and Chris Hobbs, where the Bandys Trojans lead Ash Central's Panthers 52-29 here at the half in the State 2A Tournament Action. The winner advances tomorrow night to the finals of the regionals, and the winner there goes on to the Greensboro Coliseum for the State 2A finals. Of course, the Bandys Trojans were there last year and lost out in the finals, but they're in command tonight, 52-29. Larry, what about the individual scoring on that first half of action?
Well, on the individual scoring for the Ash Central Panthers, Kevin Denny had 4 points, Greg Poe had 10, Jeff Campbell had 2, Ben Hurley had 2, James Long had 3, and Brad Lomp had 8 points for Ash Central. For the Bandys High School Trojans, only 4 players have done the scoring yet. They're over 50 points here after the first half. 52-29 your score at the halftime. Vernon Odom had 14 points in that first half. Odom hit 11 shots and had 7 rebounds. Theo Brown has 19 points, and he's averaging 10.9 points a game on the season. Theo hit 6 of 7 shots, and he has 5 rebounds. And it was Mike Connor getting 10 points during the first half, and Benny Harris scored 9 points to lead the Trojans in scoring.
Well, those nets were smoking, and Chris Hobbs, what kind of percentages did you come up with on the first half?
Well, Dave, honestly, you have to bring a calculator sometime for these guys.
I saw you working over there smoking that one up.
First for Ash Central is 13 of 37 from the floor for a percentage of 35.1. They are 3 of 7 at the line, and they have 12 rebounds. For Bandys, 21 of 32 from the floor. That's a percentage of 65.6%. They are 10 of 15 at the line, 66.6%, and they have 25 rebounds.
Well, it's the half. We're back with the second half in just a moment. 52-29 the score. Bandys on top of Ash Central. And you've got State 2A tournament action on 1-2-3 radio. Back here at Statesville, where it's the halftime score of 52-29. The Bandys Trojans on top of the Ash Central Panthers. And Bill Bost, when he left the gymnasium at the end of the first half, very excited about what he saw in the first half. As a matter of fact, I read his lips, and he was saying to himself, this has been one hell of a first half. So Bill Bost really excited about what's been going on here as he brings his team off the court to get ready for the second half of action with a score 52-29. Here where it's 52-29. We're ready for second half action in the State 2A tournament battle. Don't forget, West Montgomery won the first contest, had no problems at all in their ball game. The score in that one was 89-52 as West downed Charlotte Catholic and earned the right to play the winner of the game that's going on now. Bandys much in control, but I would still say this is a scrappy Ash Central ball club, Larry, and it's a long way from being over with.
It certainly is. Ash Central has fought in the game all the way, and although they're down 52-29, they're still picking up full court. We're ready to go with second half.
Lop and Odom will go at it. The tap's up, and Bandys controls as Danny Harris comes up with the basketball. Harris will take it to the top of the circle on the right side. He'll go back to Harris. Harris in the corner to Connor. Connor back to Harris. Top of the circle. He wants the shot. He'll take it. It's off the rim. Short. The rebound by Ash Central. Down with it. Quickly into the front court goes Hurley, and Hurley will pass it off underneath. The shot is up off the rim, and it's no good. Lops puts it up, and it won't go, and Odom will come up with a rebound. Quickly into the front court, Harris. Now he'll walk his way across the timeline as he takes it down to the corner. Goes to Connor. Connor will put up the shot. The long outside one won't fall, and Kevin Denny will clean the boards for the Panthers. Denny will take it across the timeline. Puts it to the right of the circle. Back to Denny. In underneath to Lop. He'll put up the shot. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Back up and good. Nice second effort by Brad Lop. And it's 52-31 as Ash Central also commits a foul immediately as the ball comes in. Ben Hurley was trying to get the basketball, and he kind of slapped on Vernon Odom. It'll be his second foul. Hurley's second. And Odom will be throwing the ball inbounds. Panthers using the full court pressure against Bandys here in the second half. Inbounds comes in. Odom will have it. Passes it across along the left sidelines. Here's Benny Harris through heavy traffic. Almost lost it. Gets it to the top of the circle. In the left sidelines to Connor. And he'll get in the corner. The shot's up by Vernon Odom. And it's going to be good. 16 points. And down in the corner on the left side. Up. And it's off no good. Odom will rebound. He'll take it down into the front court. Passes it to the top of the circle. Gets it to Harris. Harris to Odom. Odom down underneath. Here comes Brown. Turnaround jumper. Won't fall. The rebound. Lop. He'll pass it off into the front court to Poe. Poe to the right of the circle. Backs off there. Stops. Takes the long outside 20-footer, and it's good. And it's 54-33. Inbounds comes from Connor. All the way to Connor in the front court. Mike Connor. He'll put it down in front of us. Into Harris. Harris at the top of the circle. Looks around. Passes along the left sidelines. Comes into Connor. Connor to Harris. Back to Connor. Connor puts it on the floor once to Harris. In the lane. He'll drive. Lays it up. Good. The little guy decided he wanted a couple on his score, so he went in and dropped them in. And it's 56-33. Down to outside shot. Long. And nothing but strings on that one as Ben Hurley scores from the top of the circle. Hurley puts it up. Still full court pressure against the Trojans, and Odom's going through heavy traffic. Almost lost it. He did. It's going to be picked up by Long. Long fast breaks down underneath, and there's 2 points as Greg Poe scores, and Harris commits a foul. Poe got the points, got his first 2 points of the ball game, as a matter of fact, and Harris will get his second foul of the night.
So we're getting back in the run-and-gun atmosphere after a rather slow start there as we began the third quarter, Dave. Some good basketball action.
No doubt about it. Up and down the court, shoving them up. This one's off, no good. Rebound, back up and in, good. Greg Poe got his own rebound and scored. And here's Connor to Odom. Odom looking for help, passes it to Harris along the left sidelines. Harris into the front court to Connor. And Connor will take it to the hash mark along the left sidelines. Back to Harris. Now, Ash Central drops off into the zone. Comes to Harris on the outside. Left corner to Connor. Connor drives up. Whoops, whistle blows. And Hurley commits the foul. He shook his head no to the official. But the official said, yes, sir. And he's going to come out of the ball game, by the way. Hurley will step out, and coming into the lineup will be Jeff Campbell for the Panthers of Ash Central. Directly underneath their own bucket, Mike Connor will throw it in. Stolen away on the inbounds pass. Quick hands of James Long gets the steal for the Panthers. And the ball goes to Campbell. Campbell at the top of the circle to Poe. Poe wants the outside shot. Got it. He's getting hot. Greg Poe, top of the circle, 56-41. Bandys. Here's another steal. Here's Poe on a steal. 2-on-1. Campbell underneath. Shots off the glass. No good. Connor rebounds. And Connor's looking for help to bring it back. That pressure that the Panthers are executing very well, giving the Trojans some problems here in the second half, Larry.
It certainly is, and just as Odom was hot earlier for Bandys, Poe's hot now for Ash Central.
Phil Brown just put one up underneath. It wouldn't fall, but he was fouled on the play. And at the line will be Phil Brown, who's having a tremendous night for the Trojans. Brown has 19 points in the ball game. And he's been pretty hot from the charity stripe as well. Long committed the foul, number 3 on James Long. Shot is up. It's good. And it's 57-41.
Phil Brown now with 20 points in the game for the Trojans, and he leads them in scoring, Dave.
Here's the other one. It's good, too. Nothing but strings. As Brown connects, and it's 58-41. Bandys on top, 4:17 on the clock. We're in the third quarter of play here in Statesville. Down on the right side, there's Long. Long bounces it in, almost lost it. It's on the floor, whistle blows. I believe Odom will be charged. Let's see what they say. Yep, Vernon Odom gets his third foul of the night. And it will be the Panthers basketball on the out-of-bounds underneath their own bucket. Brad Lopp will throw it in. Lopp puts it in, gets it in there to Long on the outside. Long went inside, and whoops, another foul is called. This one on Connor. Adrian Connor tried to reach inside for the basketball and committed the foul. And with 4 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock, that's going to be number 1 for Connor. And is that the third team foul on Bandys here in the second half?
Third team foul on the Trojans. Both teams have 3 team fouls so far in the third quarter.
Here it comes to Denny. Denny puts it on the inside. The shot is going to be off the rim. It's no good by Lopp, and Bandys will rebound. Here comes into Harris. Harris will take it down to the front court. Gives it off to Connor. Connor looks to Harris in the corner. Connor shots off the glass, won't go. The rebound by Denny. Denny will take it across the timeline quickly, down underneath, up for the layup, in, out, no good. Rebound comes down to Mike Connor for Bandys. To the top of the circle, comes to Harris. Harris puts it on the right sidelines. Down underneath, the shot is off the rim, and it's going to be no good. As Mike Connor puts it up. Now it's Ash Central driving and laying up and in. Brad Lopp gets 2. It's 58-43. The Panthers are coming back. They got the momentum now.
They certainly have, and Lott had no intentions of stopping at all. He was going for the basket.
Connor left side to Harris, top of the circle, in the lane, underneath Brown. Beautiful play. Nice assist. Brown scores. And to Phil Brown for his 23rd point of the night. 60-43. Bandys leads. Left sidelines. Long at the top of the circle to Campbell. Inside. Turnaround. Jump shot is going to be off the rim by a Lopp. It's no good. It's slapped out. It's Harris's ball for Bandys as he comes up with it. He's double teamed. He'll get it to Connor. Connor will take it across into the front court. To the hash mark. Left sideline. Spin to Harris. Top of the circle. In the lane. Puts it across out of bounds. He thought Brown would jump up for it, and Phil didn't know he was supposed to, so the ball went out of bounds, and it will be off Bandys, and Ash Central will get the ball.
Phil had his back to Benny Harris on that drive and didn't see Harris coming, and he was trying to block out and get ready for the rebound, and of course the ball sailed over his head and out of bounds.
Hurley on the right corner to Long. Long on the inside. Here's a driving in the lane shot by Jones. It's good. And it's 60-45. Here comes Harris. He's double teamed, triple teamed, and fouled. Foul called on the play. And James Long has the charge. Some substitutions in that Panther lineup now. Vernon Odom on the bench at the moment, by the way. Number 15 just came into the lineup for, that's Randy Paisley. Left corner to Connor. Top of the circle, it comes to Harris. That's Hicks in the lineup, excuse me, to Harris. Down underneath the Brown, he'll put it up, won't go. The reverse layup wouldn't fall for him, and the rebound comes down. At the top of the circle, but it's stolen away. Hicks gets a steal. Fast break to Harris. Harris takes it down, lays it in. Lots of bodies on the floor, but Harris will score. And it's 62-45. A minute 17 left, third quarter of play.
A beautiful drive by Benny Harris, and of course the assist by Tim Hicks was unbelievable.
Down left sidelines to Denny. He throws it across court. Harris is going to get the ball. Wants to drive down. He will. Passes it off to Hicks. Hicks for two. Harris says, I'll pay you back. You let me have two. Here's your two. So Harris gave it to Hicks, and Hicks dropped it in for two, and it's 64-45 Bandys. 53 seconds left, third quarter. Block shot. Beautiful play. Mike Connor went up in the air and just stuffed it down. Randy Paisley wouldn't let him get it off, so we got a jump ball. Paisley will jump against Connor, and that'll be underneath the Ash Central bucket. 50 seconds left, third quarter. Here's the tap out. Harris controls it for Bandys. And the Trojans will bring it into the front court. To the top of the circle. Whoops, it's on the floor. It was off the foot. Now it's tied up. Now Harris will pick it up and throws it across to Brown. And Brown puts up the shot, and a foul is called on the play. Boy, it's getting a little rough out there. Greg Poe will be charged with a foul. That'll be number 1 on Poe tonight. And Phil Brown, who has been absolutely deadly from the charity stripe tonight, gets to go back up there with 36 seconds short on the clock in the third quarter of play. In the 64-45 battle with Bandys on top. 2 shots. First one good. Has he missed any tonight from the foul line?
He's missed one, Dave. That's a season-high 25 points for Phil Brown.
And the second one's off the rim, but it's no good. And here it comes down to the Panthers. Lopp had it. He'll give it off in the corner to Hurley. Hurley on the right to Poe. Poe starts to take, and now he'll give it back to Hurley. Hurley in the corner on the left sidelines. Down underneath. Here's the shot up off the rim. Slapped around. Brown has got it. He'll come up with the rebound. Goes to Connor. And Connor goes to Duncan. Duncan at the top of the circle to the right to Hicks. Hicks takes, shoves it off. It's lost. Going to be stolen away. Denny's got a steal, but a whistle is going to blow. And I believe Greg Duncan will be charged with a foul. 6 seconds remain, third quarter. Packed house at Statesville High for the State 2A competition on the Western Regionals.
Only 14 fouls on the Bandys Trojans, and of course Ash Central will not be at the line on this shot.
Inbounds will be brought in by Greg Poe. He'll be tossing it in to Hurley. He does. Hurley takes it to the top of the circle. 5 seconds. He wants the shot. He gets it, too, and makes it. Hurley scores. That's the end of 3 quarters of play. At the end of the third quarter of play here at Statesville, the score, the Bandys Trojans 65, the Ash Central Panthers 47. And you're listening to State 2A Tournament Action on 123 Radio. We're going to start the fourth quarter of action in Statesville with the Bandys Trojans on top, 65-47. Vernon Odom back in the lineup now. He's out there with 4 fouls. He'll be jumping against Brad Lopp in the jump circle as we get the fourth quarter underway. It's been the Trojans all the way tonight so far. Here he comes to Brown as Odom got the tap, and down to the front court it'll be to Harris. On the left sidelines to Connor, and Connor will go to Harris. Harris on the right sidelines to Odom. He'll shove up the shot. It's off the rim, and it's going to be no good, and Ash Central rebound. Chris, what kind of statistics did you get on that third quarter?
Dave, third quarter, Bandys shooting percentage fell a little bit. It's still over 60% at 60.4%.
Fantastic. Here was Poe up for the shot, and he scores for Ash Central. So now it'll be Bandys ball on the out of bounds. To the left of the circle, it comes to Harris. He'll go and all the way down. Connor will lay it in off the glass. He was driving. Nobody was going to stop him, and he drops it in. And it's 67-49. Connor with a total of 12 points tonight for the Trojans. Down to the inside. Lopp wants the shots. Got it. It won't go. And Brown rebounds for Bandys. Brown gives to Odom, and Odom will take it across into the front court to the top of the circle. Down underneath to Connor. Beautiful assist, 2 points. A speedy pass to Mike Connor underneath. Connor just drops it in. It's 69-49, 20-point spread. Bandys on top. Here's a steal down underneath. Fast break to Harris. Harris will take it across underneath to Odom, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see who they say it's going to be off of. It'll be off Bandys. Panthers will get the inbounds.
Bandys tried a little alley-oop there. Benny Harris to Vernon Odom. Of course, Odom very well covered and couldn't get to the ball from Benny Harris, but they'll make that work probably before the end of the game.
Denny puts it up. The shot's no good. Rebound, back up, and whoops, Connor's going to be charged with a foul as Greg Poe was trying to get the shot off. Mike Connor this time will get his third foul of the evening. And at the line will be Greg Poe. 69-49. Bandys on top, 6:32 on the clock. Well, if things continue, we'll be back tomorrow night for 2 games. Lady Trojans in game number 1 against Parkwood. Broadcast time will be 6:45, followed by West Montgomery. And the winner of this contest and the Trojans are leading it substantially now, 69-50. Here comes Odom. Odom will take it into the front court, down and under Harris. Harris puts it up good. Everybody's getting in tonight. Harris just got his 15th point of the ball game, but it's 71-50. Down to the right side. Poe, good. Greg Poe, outside 10-footer, nice shot, scores for the Panthers. The inbounds goes out of bounds. Odom to Connor. Connor was going to Connor, but Mike Connor turned around the wrong way, and the ball went out of bounds, so it's going to be the Panthers' ball on the inbounds. Here's Hurley. He'll shove it up in the corner. The bucket will be good by Brad Lopp. Lopp scores off the glass for the Panthers. Here's Vernon Odom quickly into the front court, down underneath to Brown. He puts the shot up. What a play. He was in the air. The guy was going to try to block it, so he just held on for a minute, just hung up there, let him go by, then put it off the glass and in for 2. It's 73-54. Down on the other end, here's a steal. Mike Connor comes up with a steal. He drives it hard, down to Harris. Harris lays it up and in. 75-54. The Trojans of Bandys High are red hot here tonight in Statesville.
This is called a basketball lesson, I believe, is how you would term.
Down underneath on the left side, Greg Poe puts it up. It's off the rim. Back up by Lopp and good. Everybody stood around on that one, and Lopp put it in, and it's 75-56. Here's the inbounds, and it goes out of bounds. It went inbounds to Harris, and Harris bobbled it along the sidelines, and it fell out of bounds. That means the Panthers will get the ball in the inbounds play. Kevin Denny is going to throw it in.
Not a lot of timeouts in tonight's game, Dave. Both teams are in excellent physical condition. They've run up and down the floor all night long, and it's just been one of those nights that it's hard to believe that they could because of it being so hot in this gymnasium.
The shot is up, and we got a whistle. The bucket was no good by Ben Hurley, but away from the ball, we get a foul call in the play, and it looks like that's going to be against Brad Lopp, rather. Lopp will be charged with his second foul of the night. This is one of those spectator basketball games. This is the kind you want to come see because up and down it goes, lots of action, and there'll be no complaints from anybody that leaves this gymnasium about the type of basketball game they saw tonight.
Absolutely not, and they saw a doubleheader with both games being about the same way.
Can you imagine what tomorrow night is going to be like with West Montgomery going up against the Trojans if they hang on to win it?
Well, it won't be a slowdown. I don't think we can look for that.
Kevin Denny on the corner on the right side may be better than the actual state finals of the Greensboro Coliseum. Seriously. Down underneath to Odom. Odom will take it to the top of the circle, and whoops, it's up, but a whistle will blow away from the ball. The bucket would not fall for him, and a foul was called on the play. Harris is going to come out of the lineup. Denny will be out of the lineup. And he has, at this point, a total of 17 points tonight. Bandys has 4 people in double figures. How about 18, 17, 14, and 26 points, respectively, for the Trojans? Rodney Helton is in the lineup now for Bandys as Harris takes his seat on the bench. 76-56. Here's Vernon Odom at the line. Shot is up, and it's good. 77-56. Bandys on top. 4:42 on the clock. Down on the left sidelines. It comes to Hurley. Way across. It'll go. And there to Poe. He'll hold it inside. Turnaround shot. Lopp is no good. Lopp fights for the rebound. It's loose. And Odom comes up with it for Bandys. He's driving. Takes it. Lays it up and in. You can't defense that shot. 79-56 as Odom scores another 2 points and has a total of 22 on the night. Down underneath, the long outside shot is no good. We got a jump ball underneath the bucket. Denny put it up from the baseline, but it was overthrown, and we got a jumper between Brad Lopp and none other than Adrian Connor, and Brown goes out to a standing ovation with 26 points tonight. 26 points tonight.
That's 72 career games for Vernon Odom. He scored 20 or more points, and he now has a double-figure streak of 78 consecutive double-figure games.
Fantastic for Vernon Odom. 79-58 as here's Odom behind the back into the front court. He gets a freebie from the foul line. Won't go. Tap up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and here comes Ash Central with it. Down into the front court. Lopp drives into the corner of the right side. It goes to Denny. Denny looks around. Here's Helton for the shot, and it's going to be up good. That was Ben Hurley that put it in, rather. And it's 79-60 with 3:39 on the clock. Bandys is on top. Adrian Connor will cross the line into the front court for the Trojans. He'll shove it outside. Comes into Helton, and outside to Odom. Odom in the lane. Connor up with a shot. Nice assist, but it wouldn't fall. And here's Denny. Fast break. He's all alone. He'll lay it in good. Daniels in the lineup now for Bandys. Here comes the pass to Hicks. That's Hilton, rather, and the Hilton shot is going to be blocked. And a foul is going to be called on the play. Greg Poe will pick up his 3rd foul of the ball game. And here is Adrian Connor, who's going out of the ball game. Adrian, who has had some 5 assists and fantastic rebounds, remarkably, has not scored any points, but you could have fooled me with the type of basketball he's been playing out there.
Well, Adrian depends a lot on the rebounds and getting the ball back up, and Adrian's played a good ball game. However, nobody's missing, and the Bandys boys are just absolutely rolling tough. They're hitting about everything they throw up.
Here's the shot. The first one was good. Second one is no good as Hilton is at the charity stripe, and it's going to be Ash Central rebounding. It's off the floor, going to be picked up by Hilton, and here comes Mike Connor with a basketball into the front court. Connor behind his back, whoops, got it again, whips around, goes to Odom at the top of the circle. What happens in a game like this, Larry, is you get guys who get super confident. They went Vernon Odom in the lane, dropped it in. Odom gets 2 more. 24 points for Odom. It's 82-62 now. Trojans up by 20 points. Down underneath, James Long scores from inside the lane for the Panthers. making it 82-64 with 2:21 on the clock. Down underneath on the right side. Turnaround shot will be up in the air. It's no good by Connor. Back up by Odom. Good. Odom hooking it up with a left-handed hook. Gets his 26th point of the night. Down to the left sidelines. Denny brings it down for the Panthers. He wants the shot. He'll take it. It's good. Kevin Denny scores for Ash Central. And it's 84-66 Bandys leads. Here's Helton. Hicks rather at the outside. He'll take it to Hilton. Hilton into Odom. Odom turns, puts it up. Won't go. Rebound Denny for the Panthers of Ash Central. He'll take it down into the front court. To the top of the circle. Stops, looks around, puts it up in the air. It's good. And it's 2 more for Denny for Ash, and it's 84-68. Still 20-point spread, and a foul is going to be called on the play. Denny commits his 3rd foul of the game, and Bandys will get to go to the line.
Wholesale changes on part of both teams, Dave, so I suppose Ash Central is conceding the game to Bill Boss Trojans, and we're looking for all new players are out on the court. And Vernon Odom gets a standing ovation as he goes off the floor.
84-68 the score. Looks like the 2 Bandys teams will be in the finals of the regionals here in the State 2A competition tomorrow night at Statesville, and we'll have both games for you on 1, 2, 3. All right, here comes the inbounds, and you'll have to bear with me with these new names. Painter will put it in. Underneath, the shot is going to be up, and it's good as Harper scores for Bandys. Harper gets in and puts it in immediately. Down in the corner, here's the outside shot by Ballou. No good. Quickly into the front court. Driving with the ball goes Harper. He'll pass it off to Hicks underneath, and it goes out of bounds. Went through Scott Painter's hands and goes out of bounds. So it will be Paisley who will throw it in now for Ash Central. Another substitution or 2 in the lineup. You got to wonder what's going to happen tomorrow night. West Montgomery had no problems with Charlotte Catholic. They rolled over them. The Trojans have had no problems with Ash Central tonight. They've rolled over them. That's got to make for a heck of a basketball game tomorrow night in the finals. Ball goes out of bounds on the far sidelines. It's going to be off of Ash, and it will be Bandys' ball. Hilton will be throwing it in. Hilton at the top of the circle. Goes in there on the right corner. Outside shot by Hicks. Good. That was Hilton scoring, outside. 49 seconds left. Top of the circle, driving into the lane. Up for the shot, and in good. Goes Campbell. Jeff Campbell scores. And here comes Bandys quickly underneath. Shot is up, driving for the basket. And Robert Harper proves that he could have been playing all along as he gets his 4th point. 28 seconds left, 90-70. Little double dribble coming down court. Will give the ball and turn it over to Bandys. Well, finally, a few fans reluctantly get up off their seats and head for the exits. They really don't want to leave because it's still fast and furious out there.
Well, everybody's having a good time out there now. A number of the young players are getting able to play at this point, and I think that's good for them as far as the playoffs go.
Hilton up for a shot. Good! Rodney Hilton scores from the outside. 92-70 Trojans. At the top of the circle, looking around. Outside shot is going to be off the rim. No good. 5 seconds. Rebound Painter. He'll drive. Underneath Harper. That's the ball game. The Bandys Trojans have won tonight, 92-70 over the Panthers of Ash Central. Bandys advances to the finals tomorrow night, the 8:30 contest against West Montgomery. What a ball game it's been in the first round of the regionals here at Statesville. And we're back in a moment with our post-game show as you're listening to State 2A Tournament Action on 123 Radio. The Trojans. Okay, here comes the Warriors. And we're just about ready for the tip-off coming up. It's going to be Odom in there against Christian. The ball is in the air and tapped down, and it's going to be controlled in there by West Montgomery. And it'll be on the outside. Pemberton. And down underneath. The shot's up and it's good. Christian scores the first bucket of the ball game for the Warriors. Burl Christian down quickly to the front court. Driving it goes to Brown. In the corner, Vernon Odom up for the shot. Won't go. And out with a rebound on the right side is Bandys, and a whistle blows. Robinson gets charged with a foul. Bandys will get the ball on the out of bounds. Inbounds will come into Harris at the top of the circle to Connor on the right side. Connor feeds it back to Odom along the left sidelines. Into the lane, up for the one-handed shot. It won't go. And out with a rebound comes Shaw quickly for West Montgomery. He'll take it down to the low post. Gives it off to Robinson. Robinson on the right side into Pemberton. Pemberton to Christian. He'll put the shot up. It won't go. Tap up is no good. Odom rebounds. Foul call on the play. Down into the front court. Here comes Harris. Harris to Odom along the left sidelines. Top of the circle back to Harris. Benny passes it to Connor in the corner. Adrian looks around. Back out to Harris. Back to Connor. Connor on the floor on the right side into Connor underneath. And whoops, somebody stayed in the lane too long. Must have been Odom. 3-second violation call. And it's going to be the Warriors of West Montgomery's ball on the out of bounds.
Both teams having a tough time getting started here tonight, just like they did in the girls' game, Dave.
Across into the front court. Pemberton in on the right side, and we got a whistle and a traveling call. Pass into the front court to Odom. Odom to Harris, top of the circle, back to Vernon in the corner. He goes in the lane, wants the one-hander, it won't go. He's missed 3 in a row, can't connect. Odom back up, and this one won't go. And here comes Christian with a rebound. Down to the right side, behind the back, traveling will be called, I believe. Yep. Warriors on top. Slow start for both teams, just like the first game we saw. Odom inside to Connor underneath the Brown. Reverse layup, good! What a play. He had to force that one up. He got clobbered in the process, but he scored, and it's 2-2, all tied up as Bandys comes back. Brown, of course, had his fantastic game last night. I believe he's going to need it tonight against the Warriors.
He certainly did. If that's any indication, he may have it again.
Down underneath on the inside. Whistles blow. Bucket is good. And I believe Connor will be charged with a foul as Christian connects and gets the chance to make the three-point play. Christian, who apparently is the top player, Burl Christian. Number 52 gets to go to the line. And it's a 4-2 ball game. West Montgomery's Warriors on top. We're in the early going here, the first quarter in Statesville. Shots up good. Christian connects. And it's 5-2. Down across to Odom. Odom driving underneath the Brown. Underneath. Good. Nice play. Nice teamwork. Assist to Brown. And Brown scores, and it's 5-4. Down into the front court on the right side. Pemberton underneath the Christian. Shots up. It's no good. Tapped off the rim and out of bounds. They say it's going to be off of West Montgomery. Bandys ball. Trojans will get it. Back court, now full court. Pressure going to be applied against the Trojans as he inbound. Comes into Harris. He's double teamed to Odom. Odom quickly into the front court. Drives all the way down to the low post. Turns around. Back out to Harris in the lane. Across to Brown. Wants the shot. It's in and out. Back up and in. Good. Connor scores. Adrian Connor put it back up. It rolled around on Brown and just came out. And Connor said, I'll help you, and he put it back in, and Bandys goes ahead. Down in the corner of the left side, here's the shot up, long one, good, swoosh! 2 points from 10 feet out as Pemberton scores. Here's Odom quickly driving into the front court, down in the corner, whistle blows, somebody committed a foul away from the ball. I believe it'll be on Pemberton, Marvin Pemberton, and that'll be his first foul, and that's going to be the 13th foul on West Montgomery. So Bandys will get it inbounds to Odom. He hits. He gets, and it's 8-7. Bandys on top. On the right corner, it's going to be Pemberton. Outside shot off the rim. It's no good by Pemberton. Here's the rebound. Odom comes down with it for Bandys. Outside, the shot up by Odom, no good. Tapped up, no good. Rebound is down, and Pemberton comes up with the ball. Pemberton passes it down underneath. It's blocked out of bounds. They tried to go to Christian.
This is a fast-moving ball game, David. Some good basketball action, just unbelievably good for high school level kids.
Here in the corner, driving with the ball. It goes to Shaw, into underneath to Pemberton. He scores. Pemberton puts it in, and it's going to be 9-8 now, West Montgomery. Harris across the timeline. He's at the top of the circle, looking around, and the corner goes to Connor. Connor back to Harris. He wants the outside bomb. It's good. Harris connects. Top of the circle, and it's a 10-9 ball game. Bandys up by 1. 3:43 of the clock, first quarter of play. Down underneath, Christian drives and lays it in. Boy, he's a hard driving player. Larry, he just got in the lane and drove up and put it in. Burl Christian, big guy.
He certainly is, and all these West Montgomery players, as well as the players for the Trojans, are all just absolutely playing just a super ball game tonight.
Here's Harris way outside. It will go. Back up by Brown. Good. Phil Brown put it in good. And it's 12-11 now. That's 6 points for Brown, who's continuing his last night's effort tonight. 26 points last night for Brown. Outside shot, boom, strings. Robinson from outside 15 feet scores for West Montgomery. And it's 13-12. West on top. At the top of the circle, Harris. In the corner, Adrian Connor. He puts it on the floor, gets up, passes it to Odom in the lane. Odom up the shot, blocked. Christian blocked it. And goaltending call. It's going to be 2 points for Bandys. Goaltending. And it's going to be into the front court. Ronald Morgan just came into the lineup now for West Montgomery. Across on the right sidelines. In underneath, there's Pemberton, and the whistle blows. Traveling is going to be called. So it will be Bandys' ball on that turnover. Harris will bring it in. He gets into the top of the circle, left sideline to Vernon Odom. He wants the outside shot. It's good! Odom way outside. 6 points for Odom. 16-13. Bandys by 3. The Bandys crowd up on their feet. In the corner, outside shot. Good! Pemberton scores. William Pemberton, a 12-footer there. And the Nets are starting to smoke. It's 16-19. Bandys. Here's Odom in the corner. He goes into the lane. Shoves it to Brown. Nobody there. Puts it in. Beautiful assist. They all thought Odom was going to go for it. And he said, not me, guys. And he shoved it off to Brown. And Brown was all alone underneath the bucket and dropped it in for 2. And it's 18-15 Bandys. Pemberton again outside. 12-footer. And he scores from the right side. And it's 18-17. Now Bandys up by 1. A minute, 49 seconds on the clock in the first quarter of play.
Unbelievable basketball, David. I don't believe I've ever seen anything quite like this.
Down in the corner, the right side, nobody there. Connor thought somebody was going to cut across, and he threw it out of bounds because there was no green jerseys there. And the ball goes out of bounds. On the turnover, West Montgomery has a chance to go ahead on this possession.
Well, that was the first mistake that's been made in quite some time.
Down to the left sidelines. There's Morgan. And whistle. He fouled with that ball. Let's see, that's Ingram. Ricky Ingram in the lineup now for West. Down in the corner, underneath the Brown. He put it up. Brown, 10 points on the night. Beautiful assist. As Phil Brown has done the jobs underneath the boards tonight. Down in the corner along the left sidelines. Comes into Ingram. Ingram passes it underneath, and Brown is going to be called for a foul, I believe. Yep. Phil Brown charged with his first foul. And, you know, I can't help but think that with every play, Phil Brown becomes more and more confident.
I have to agree, David, and it just seems like what he was doing last night is just carried over all the way into tonight, and they've called another foul out there, and I believe that may go on Phil Brown as well.
Yep, 2 in a row on Brown in the inbounds play, so he gets another foul. That'll be 2 on him. He's the only one with any kind of foul problems at all. In fact, Vernon Odom has 1, and Brown has 2. That's the only fouls that have been committed. At the line will be Beryl Christian. Brown is 5 for 6, by the way, tonight. Christian misses a shot from the charity stripe. 20-17. Trojans came out having the kind of game they got to have against this team. If they'd have started off slow, lost some confidence, West Montgomery could have blown them out of here, but the Trojans are in it all the way. Here's Harris. Down in the corner of the right side to Connor. Back to Harris at the top of the circle. Left sidelines to Odom. Odom wants the baseline shot. It's in. It's good. It's 22-18 Bandys. Across into the front court. Ingram lobs it underneath. Brown steals it away. Bill Brown just went up high. Took it out of Christian's hands. Forgot to say thank you and threw it off to Benny Harris, and Harris gets it into the front court. Harris down in the corner. He comes to Connor. Connor underneath to Odom. It's good for 2. Beautiful teamwork. Into Odom. Odom in the lane for 2. 24-18. Bandys on top. 26 seconds left first quarter. Right side. Pemberton has the ball. On the outside, Ingram. Back up top of the circle. It goes to Pemberton. Here's the basket up and under. The loop pass to Christian, and he scores. And with 12 seconds on the clock, that was a beautiful play. They just lobbed it up.
It certainly was. The action and everything going on here in this first quarter, it almost leaves you in a state of speechlessness because that's how well the ball game is being played at this point.
5 seconds. Harris on the inside. The Brown back door. Up for the shot. Won't go. And that's the end of the first quarter of play. At the end of the first quarter in Statesville, the Bandys Trojans are on top. It's Bandys 24, West Montgomery 20. And what a barn burner we had. What kind of stats did you come up with in the first quarter, Chris?
Bandys got outshot from the floor. 64.4% for West Montgomery, 9 of 14. Bandys 12 of 20 for 60%.
Fantastic shooting by both teams, 24-20. We start the second quarter. Bandys control the tap. Odom connects. Odom, 10-footer outside. 12 points tonight for Vernon Odom. And it's 26-20. Bandys is on top. Paul Dunlap giving his guys some instructions on the offense on the other side. Robinson puts it up. It's good. Outside shooting in this ball game has been phenomenal.
This whole game has been phenomenal. Vernon Odom, that is, hit his last 5 shots in a row.
Down underneath. They stole away a pass. They tried to go to Brown, but Christian picked it off. He goes on the outside to Pemberton. Pemberton gets it on the inside to Ingram. Here's a pass to Robinson in the corner, down underneath to Christian. Christian wants the shot, takes it up, and a foul is going to be called on the play. 26-24, and at the line, Christian will get a chance for a couple of shots. They counted the bucket good. Did it go through? That shot's no good. Back up with a one-handed shot, no good. Tapped around, Odom comes up with a rebound. Down to Odom, to Harris. Harris crossed the timeline, looks around, down to the corner to Connor. Connor drives, tried to pass it off, picked off, fast break, quickly. Pemberton takes it all the way down, and he'll give it all the way to the corner to Pemberton. He'll pass it off, looks for the shot. It's up, it's no good. Fight for the rebound, back up, no good. And a foul is called on the play.
William Pemberton goes out for the West Montgomery team, coming on for West, Ronald Morgan.
Shot's up, and it's going to be off, but it's no good. Gaston Shaw's at the charity stripe. 26-24, Bandys leading by 2. It's up, it's in and out, no good. Tapped around, Odom rebounds. Bandys down into the front court. Takes it all the way down to the low post. Looks for the screen shot, gets it, takes it, and in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be West Montgomery's Robinson bringing it down. Quickly, he'll drive, gets a drive, lays it up, too hard. Christian rebound, a foul on the play, maybe on Christian. Yep, Christian. Connor to Harris. Harris across into the front court. This is WNNC 123 Radio. Newton Conover, the sports voice of the Valley. Here comes the inbounds pass to Harris. Overthrown, out of bounds. Harris. And it means it's going to be West Montgomery's ball on the inbounds. Into Pemberton. Pemberton gets a steal. Harris decides to make up for it, so he steals it away, takes it down, and lays it in. He said, I'm sorry I threw that out of bounds, guys, but I'll get us 2 for that. He did. It's 28-24 as Harris steals it away, takes it the distance, and puts it in. Inside, another steal. Odom deflects. Harris picks up, drives all the way down, stops, backs off, looks for help. In the corner to Connor. Connor across court. Nobody's there. Odom finally straps up, picks it up. Top of the circle. Odom wants an outside shot. It's too short. The rebound is down. It's going to be a rebound for Robinson for West Montgomery. Getting a little ragged now. Down on the right sidelines to Pemberton. Pemberton in the corner to Robinson. He is going to be tripped on the play by Connor. Place is packed. Here's the shot. It's good. Robinson scores. 28-25 now. Warriors coming back. Chance to pull it within 2. Robinson's ready for his second shot of the 2. Puts it up. It's good. It's 28-26. Bandys up by 2. Odom to Harris on the inbounds. And across the timeline come the Trojans. Looking in the corner to Connor. Connor double teamed. They're collapsing on him. And he passes it back out to Harris. Harris passes to Odom. Odom across to Harris again on the right side. He'll drive. Throws it to Brown. Brown underneath. It's 2. They worked it in. Phil Brown said thank you and dropped it in. 30-26. Brown's got 12 points tonight so far for the Trojans. Here at the top of the circle, it comes to Ingram. Long outside by Robinson, won't fall, and the ball goes out of bounds. They set
For that with their leaping ability.
Here's Odom to Harris at the top of the circle. Looks around, back to Odom. Odom drives, baseline, wants the screen, has to throw it back in, and he lost it. Harris picked it back up, lays it in. Harris stole it away, took it down, and dropped it in. The Warriors had not even realized they had lost the basketball when they turned around and saw the 2 points go up on the boards. 32-26. Down in the corner. Here's a steal by Connor, but it's going to go out of bounds. 32-26. 4:06 on the clock. Top of the circle. Left sidelines. Robinson holds it in the corner. Christian comes out. Puts it on the floor a couple of times. Looks back to Robinson at the hash mark. Top of the circle. Ingram inside the lane. Shots blocked. Foul call. Delmas in the lineup now. Delmas. Dumas.
Kent Dumas.
Where'd you learn to write, Larry? Lincoln and I?
Same place you learn to read, I think.
32-26 shots. That's good. You got me. Okay. That was, both of them were good by Dumas from the line. We said it before the ballgame. West Montgomery got a lot of depth on that bench, and they're going to it tonight. That could be a factor. 2:27, Phil Brown will be going to the charity stripe. He has a total of 12 points. He's been hot again tonight. He had 26 last night. Here he is from the line. He misses the first shot. He's got another one coming. If you just joined us by chance, yes, the Lady Trojans did win over Parkwood. They're on their way to the state finals again. Second shot by Brown, good. It's 33-27, 3:40 on the clock in the first half. Bandys leads. Top of the circle, it comes in there. Ingram, left corner to Robinson. Robinson down in the low post. A shot by Christian from the outside. No good. Fight for it. Rebound. Foul call. Let's see who they call that one. I'm not sure. Dumas got another one. Is that what they said?
Certainly did.
Odom will be at the line. Verdon will get the 1-and-1 from the charity stripe. First one's good. Nice soft touch. Verdon Odom connects. It's 34-27. Bandys is leading it. Odom again. Puts it down the floor a couple of times and up. Nothing but strings. 35-27. And here come the Warriors. Across the timeline. Into the front of the circle is Ingram. Ingram feeds it inside to Christian. Lost it. And he picked up in the corner out of bounds off the Warriors. Dunlap saying something to the official as he walked by. It's 35-27. Here's Vernon Odom. Odom at the top of the circle to Harris. Back to Odom. He wants the long outside bomb. It won't go. Fight for the rebound. And it's going to be Brown called with a foul on the play. That'll be number 2 on Brown.
Sorry about that. The Trojans are playing some excellent basketball this time. Phil Brown is the only one at this time that's having any foul problems out for the Trojans.
Domus misses the shot, and it's going to be Bandys Odom on the rebound. He'll go to Connor in the right corner. To Harris, back to Connor. Connor on the floor a couple of times, looks around, back to Harris. Down left side lines. Here's Odom to Harris. The shot's up. It's off the rim. No good. The rebound by Robinson. Long pass, fast break to Christian, out of bounds. They overthrew it. Here comes Benny Harris with the basketball into the front court. Left side to Odom. Odom puts it on the floor a couple of times. Into the corner. Stops. Turns around. He's still got it. Back outside to Harris. Right corner to Connor. Adrian back to the Harris at the top of the circle. Into the lane. Left side. And here we go with a foul call on the play. Painter's in the lineup now. Brown went out and Painter came on. And a foul was called on the play as Christian got charged for that one. He will be picking up his second foul. And Ronald Morgan is going to come into the lineup now. Here's the rebound. Painter misses the shot, but it's going to be Wes Montgomery on the rebound. Behind the back dribble, up for the shot, and good. Ricky Ingram scores. Ingram gets two, and it's 35-29. 2 minutes left, first half. Bandys on top, 6 points. Odom to Connor. Connor on the right corner. Puts it on the floor a few times. Goes to Harris. Foul is going to be called. Christian will get his third foul. Second foul. They fouled or scored before you can look back up.
That's right. Exactly.
Here's a tap up by Vernon Odom. Odom gets his 16th point of the ball game as he taps it in. 37-29, 8-point spread. Here's Painter, picks off the pass. Painter gets it quickly down in the front court to Harris. Fast break, he's clobbered, and he's fouled in there by Dumas. Dumas commits the foul, his third, and Harris will be at the line. You got to wonder, Larry, don't know who Wes Montgomery has played, how they've played all season, except they played well. Have they been behind like this? They seem frustrated. They're creating a lot of mistakes at this point in the ball game now that Bandys has the momentum.
Well, these are questions that we can't answer because we don't know the caliber of basketball that they've been playing against all year.
Shots up good. Harris connects on both of those from the charity stripe, and it's 10-point lead for the Bandys Trojans. And the honest word before this game was a lot of people didn't think the Trojans could play with this Wes Montgomery team. Ha-ha. Down in the corner, the shot is up, and it's off the rim, no good. Whistle blows. Adrian Connor has been called for the foul. The bucket was no good by Pemberton, and Connor will get the foul, his third in this ball game.
Foul trouble. 3 players have 3 fouls. Phil Brown has 3. Adrian Connor has 3, as does Mike Connor. So several players facing foul problems for the Trojans.
Shot is up, and it's good. And it's Morgan connecting from the charity stripe, 39-31. Here come the Trojans. Down into the front court, left side lines. There's Odom to Harris. Harris back to Odom. Odom along the corner. Looks, wants the 10-footer up off the rim. No good. And on the rebound, we got a foul call. I believe it'll be on Painter. Nope. Ricky stepped back and let Ronald Morgan step up. So, Morgan will get to shoot him up. It's 39-31. We've got 1:15 seconds on the clock. Shot was no good. Rebound down. And a foul called on the play on Pemberton. William Pemberton will be charged with his first foul.
Quick whistle. I think maybe they're not letting them play as much as they were earlier.
Here's the shot. It's good. Connor scores, and it's 40-31. He can put the Trojans back up by 10 points. Ready, up, and good. It's 41-31. 1:14 on the clock. Bill Boss smiling on the bench on the far side. Down to the left sidelines. It comes into Robinson in the corner. The shot's up off the rim by Pemberton. No good. Back up and still no good by Shaw. And back up and finally good on the play as Dumas scores for Wes Montgomery. 52 seconds left in the half. Odom looks to Harris. Harris double team through heavy traffic in the corner to Painter. Painter to Harris. Shots up. And it's going to be off the rim and back up good as Mike Connor scores for Bandys. He got the rebound and put it up. Connor scoring. Down in the corner on the right side. Dumas passes it off. There's the shot from the outside. No good. Rebound Odom. Christian misses. Odom rebounds. Fast break. Connor, and it's out of bounds. He lost the basketball before he went up for it. Ingram walks it across into the front court for the Warriors. Passes it on the right to Pemberton. Back to Ingram. Ingram on the floor. Left sidelines to Robinson. He wants the shot. He got it. 7 seconds, and it's 43-35. Here's Odom. 4 seconds. 3-2. Odom's going to stop. Takes the shot at the buzzer. It's good. It's good. Waited patiently. 1 second was showing. He put it up, dropped it through to end the first half of play, and put the Bandys Trojans back on top by 10 points. At the end of the first half, the score, Bandys 45, West Montgomery 35. And the second half of action from Statesville High School, the finals of the Western Regionals. The ball's in the air, the tap's down, West Montgomery controls. Shaw has it. Goes to Pemberton. In the corner, it goes to Robinson. Robinson back outside. It comes to Pemberton again. Inside the lane, Christian scores. The big guy back in the lineup puts it up and scores, and it's 45-37. And now West Montgomery's going to full-court pressure the Bandys Trojans. Odom will get it to the front court anyway, and he'll give it off to Harris on the outside. Goes to Connor. Back to Harris. Connor to Harris. Looks over there on the left sidelines. Feeds it back outside to Harris, to Connor. Connor putting it on the floor a couple of times. Back to Harris on the outside. West Montgomery's Warriors in that zone defense. Odom passes it underneath to Brown. Beautiful assist. What a pass. Brown backdoor. And it's 47-37 now. Down on the left sidelines. The shot's off the rim. No good. Back up. The ball is loose on the floor. Odom picks it up. Odom picks up the rebound as the bucket was no good by Christian. And here comes Harris for the basketball. Looks like the Trojans, Larry, are going to go for that excellent shot, playing a little deliberate now as they are up by 10. Odom almost lost it, picks it up on the left corner. Now he takes the long outside shot. Good. That was a deliberate shot. What the heck? 15 feet from the left side. 49-37.
That was deliberate from about 28 feet, Dave.
All the way on the right sidelines. Comes into Pemberton, and bucket is up and good as Christian scores again. He's the hot man for the Warriors. Odom double team, has to throw it across. There's Connor, and Connor gets it to Harris as they break the press and get it into the front court. Trojans up 10, 39, 49-39. Odom right side, looks, holds it for a second, drives, takes the shot from the outside, off the rim, no good. The rebound is down, and Pemberton is going to come up with the ball. Pemberton takes it, top of the circle, to Pemberton. Left corner, it comes into Robinson. He wants the shot, in and out, no good. Odom, who has been phenomenal on the boards, throws up, cleans them off, wipes some smudges off the glass while he was up there, and he gives it to Harris, and they get it into the front court. Along the left sidelines to Connor, to Harris. Harris at the lane, feeds it to the right to Odom. Odom holds it for a second, still got it, looking, passes it to Connor. Adrian on the outside. Down into the low post, stops for a moment, looks around, gives it off into Connor, back to Adrian Connor, to Harris at the top of the circle. He'll go to Odom on the right side. Very deliberate, cross to Harris, way outside. Harris wants to go in the lane, shoves it across to Connor. Mike Connor has to feed it back outside. He bobbled it, goes to Odom. Odom with it on the outside, to Connor, to Odom. He holds it for a second. Passes it across court, Adrian Connor. 4:47 on the clock. Third quarter, Bandys on top. On the outside, Harris to Connor as they pass it back and forth. Foul call on the play. And now it's West Montgomery timeout. 4:37 on the clock as the Warriors want time with our score here. It's Bandys 49, West Montgomery 39. as action resumes. Bandys has the ball and up and under for 2 points as the Trojans score in there underneath. Bill Brown gets a couple of more. 17 points for Brown. Down underneath to Robinson. Robinson on the outside. Pemberton puts up the shot. Odom again on the boards. And it's into the front court. Interesting to note that last year this same time, here's Vernon Odom. He's doing it all. Rebounds on one end, comes down the other, puts up a 20-footer. And here's another timeout. West Montgomery wants time. Bandys 53, West Montgomery 39, 3 minutes 57 seconds left, third quarter. This is Regional State 2A basketball on 1, 2, 3. As time resumes, Bandys just got a steal, although it was West Montgomery on the inbounds. Harris has the ball on the right side. Vernon Odom has 20. They get 22 points tonight, and it's the 73rd time that he scored 20 or more points in a basketball game in his career at Bandys. Down underneath, Brown puts it up. It's good. Bucket good. Foul call. Harris scored. Now Robinson committed his second foul. Benny Harris at the line with a chance to make the three-point play. Harris gets his 10th point, but he misses the foul line shot. He's in double figures. Into the front court. Robinson on the right side. It's Pemberton in the lane. Traveling call. 55-39. Here come the Bandys Trojans. Odom at the top of the circle. On the left corner, he goes to Connors. Last year, this very same ball game, the Trojans defeated another undefeated team, Union Pines, to get to the finals of the 2A in Greensboro. Here is Odom underneath the Brown. It was knocked out of bounds. Not only is Vernon Odom a great rebounder and a super shot, but he can fire one sharp pass on the assist.
He certainly can. He's got good, quick hands.
Ball out of bounds. They say it's off Harris. So it'll be West Montgomery's ball. Paul Dunlap pacing the sidelines for the Warriors. He's the coach on the far side, trying to figure out how to stop this red-hot Trojan team. Shot's no good. Odom rebounds. Vernon Odom with another one brings it down for the Trojans. Across to Harris, to Odom on the right corner. Stops, puts it on the floor a couple of times. Left sidelines to Harris. Back out to Odom. 2:25 on the clock. Odom moves it through heavy traffic to the left of the circle. Passes it off to Harris. Harris goes into the lane. Up for the play. It's good. He went in the lane. The little guy went all the way into the heavy traffic. Knocked some bodies to the floor. Scored the 2 points. No whistle called. It's 57-39 Bandys. Down underneath, Christian gets 2 points as they feed it in to him for the Warriors. And it's 57-41. A minute, 57 seconds on the clock. Down to Odom. Odom in heavy traffic. Lost it. Picked up by Connor. He goes to Harris. Harris shoves it underneath. The ball is loose. Almost went out of bounds. Knocked loose. Harris has got it. Here come the Trojans. Harris, 5-footer off the glass. Good. Benny Harris just got his 14th point of the ball game. It's 59-41. This place has gone wild. Bandys on top. Robinson outside with a shot. No good. Rebound. Back up Pemberton. Bucket good. Foul called on Connor. Here comes the shot up. It's going to be off. No good. Morgan misses the free throw shot. He got the 2, but he misses the 3rd point. And it's going to be Bandys' ball. Odom into the front court. To Connor. To Harris. To Odom. Knocked loose. Here's a steal. Robinson drives. Has to back off. Now he puts the shot up. And it's going to be Harris with the ball. Harris gets the steal. Backs off. Left sidelines. Connor double team to Harris. Harris knocked loose from him. And a foul call on the play. Bandys leading it 59-43. Down to the left sidelines. It's Harris On the right corner, Odom almost went out of bounds, feeds it back to Harris. He goes in and across to Painter, back to Odom. Odom outside, gets a free 10-footer. It won't fall for him. The rebound by Christian. Christian, Pemberton, all the way down the right side. Ingram has it now. Inside, Robinson wants the shot, won't go. Gets his own rebound, back up, good. That's Ronald Morgan connecting on the shots, and it's 59-45. A 14-point lead for Bandys with 20 seconds on the clock, third quarter of play. Here's Odom, double-teamed to Connor. They want one. Connor double-teamed on the other side. Looks around, feeds it to Odom. Odom to Harris. 6 seconds. Here's Harris to Odom. 3 seconds. Outside shot up. Good! Buzzer sounds. Vernon Odom hit at the end of the first half of play at the sound of the buzzer. He hits at the sound of the buzzer at the end of the third period of play. And now it's Bandys 61, West Montgomery 45. Into the fourth quarter of play, 61-45 Bandys, and Bandys gets the tap for the fourth quarter. Here's Harris, and he's fouled underneath the bucket. Pemberton gets his third foul of the evening, and it'll be Bandys' ball on the out of bounds. That is only the fourth foul, I think it is, against, here's a steal on the inbounds play. Pemberton steals it away. Down in the corner, it goes to Robinson. He puts it in. Robinson scores for West. Full court pressure against the Trojans. Comes into Harris. Harris looking around, trying to get it across the timeline. He does. Goes to Connor. Connor back to Harris on the outside to Odom. Odom holding the basketball. Into Harris. Harris looks. Odom has the basketball, puts it on the floor a couple of times. It's down for the shot. It's up good. Vernon Odom scores again. 26 points for Odom tonight. An unreal night for Odom.
Dave, Bandys 27 out of 45 from the floor, 60%. And West Montgomery 19 of 40, 47.5%.
Here's Vernon Odom all the way down. Phil Brown, no good. Too hard off the glass. Rebound comes down, and it's Ingram on the rebound. He takes it into the front court. That's Robinson to Shaw. Christian scores. 20 points tonight for David Christian, who's the leading scorer for West Montgomery. 63-49. 14-point spread, 7 minutes left. Christian at the charity stripe with one. It's up, it's good. He makes the three-point play good. And it's 63-50, 13-point spread. This game's not over with by any means. Connor looking for help. Pressure is on in the backcourt. They break it. Odom has the basketball. Stops. 5-footer up for it. Foul is called on the play. Robinson gets his third foul of the night. Vernon Odom is at the charity stripe. Odom could make his 27th point of the night here. He does. Not only does he have 27 points, he has a bunch of assists, a whole lot of rebounds, and just some unbelievable play. There it is. Second one's good. It's 65-50. 15-point lead. Bandys Trojans on their way to Greensboro Coliseum next Friday. On the right corner, long outside bomb hits. And the points from the right side, Pemberton. Here's a steal on the inbounds play by Robinson, and the shot is going to be up, no good. Connor rebounds, gives it to Odom. Fast break, Brown all alone, and it's no good. Whistle blows, foul is called on the play. They clobbered Brown, but no foul was called there. Boy, Bill Bost is up off the bench hollering at him. They call the foul on Harris, though, on the rebound attempt. And Harris will pick up his first foul of the ball game. In across into the front court. Ingram passes it to Robinson. He gives it back on the inside to Christian, and a whistle blows. Vernon Odom commits the foul. 65-52. 6 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock in the ball game. Bandys is on top. Lady Trojans did win game number 1. They're on their way to the state finals at Elon College. Christian connects, and he has 22 points in the ball game. Again, and good. 23 points for Bernard Christian, and it's 65-54. Bandys up against the pressure, almost threw it out of bounds. Here's Brown in the corner. Passes it back outside to Connor. To Odom on the outside. Way out to Connor. to Connor. Connor to Connor, in other words. Adrian passes it to Odom. Odom will go underneath the Brown. Backdoor shot. Broke the pressure and put it in on the man-to-man. That's the way you do it. It's 67-54 Bandys. Down to the right corner, the right side, underneath Christian, 2 points. Nice feed from Ingram to Christian, and he scores. Here's Connor to Odom. Odom into the front court, drives, takes it all the way down, lays it up, won't go. Rebound, Brown, back up, won't go. And a foul is called on the play. Timeout, West Montgomery. 5:35 left in the ball game. Bandy 67, West Montgomery 56. And you've got the Western Regional Finals of 2A basketball on 1-2-3, the Sports Voice. Pagebell 5:35 showing on the clock left in the ball game. Vernon Odom is 12 for 25 from the floor tonight. He's 4 for 4 from the line. He's had 13 rebounds. And when he gets his next 2 points, he'll have 2,550 points in his career. What a young man. Phil Brown just stood up there and dropped 2 in for Bandys from the charity stripe. It's 69-56. From the corner, the shot's up, and it's good. Ricky Ingram scores for West Montgomery. Odom through heavy traffic, almost lost it. Picks it up. Passes it off to Connor. The pressure putting some problems on the Trojans. They get it into the front court anyway. Here's Harris. Baseline layup won't go, and he's fouled. Darrell Robinson, I think, will be charged with a foul on the play. And Benny Harris will get to go to the line. Foul was on Christian, and he has 3 fouls on him, by the way. He's the leading scorer for the Warriors, 25 points tonight. Vernon Odom has 28. Shot, second one is no good by Harris. First one was. And here comes the Warriors. Into the corner on the right side. Back underneath to Robinson. Outside shot, it's good. Ingram scores. And it's 70-60. 10-point lead. And here comes the steal and the inbounds play, and it's good. And the momentum of this ballgame is changing, folks. The pressure putting some problems against the Bandys Trojans. Triple teamed Harris to Connor. Connor to Odom. Odom back behind his back to Harris. It's down to 8 points now. The ball goes out of bounds. They're sticking close, giving the Trojans problems. Here's Vernon Odom from the outside. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Back up again. This one still won't go. Brown's got it. Back up. He's fouled. He's the leading scorer, of course, with 25 points for the Warriors. Phil Brown at the line tonight. Brown having another remarkable night. 21 points tonight for Phil. If you look down the individual scoring, you'll find Odom with 28, Harris with 14, Brown with 21, Brown with 22. He got the next one from the first one from the foul line. 71-62. Bandys can go back up by 10 points here. Up and good. And 72-62. West Montgomery brings it down. Ingram takes it across into the front court. Top of the circle. Robinson left sidelines. Way across court it goes to Pemberton. Pemberton holding it. Back to Ingram. Top of the circle. Lob pass underneath to Christian. Tries to get the shot up. Won't go. Tapped around. Fight for the rebound. Foul called on the play. That should be Morgan charged with a foul. Mr. Morgan gets his second foul.
It certainly is, and I think that all of the players have shown that they can shoot from the free throw line. Bandys at one time had what seemed like an almost insurmountable lead, but it appears now that it's going to take some free throw shooting to hold on to what they just have now.
Connor just missed it from the line, and West Montgomery rebounds. Ingram has it down court. Here's Pemberton outside. Bomb, no good. Fight for the rebound. Christian's got it back up good. And it's 72-64 now. Bandys fighting the full court pressure. Comes into Connor. Cross court to Harris. Harris lays it up and in. Nice feed pass. Got out in front of the pressure and the backcourt press and broke it. 74-64. Bandys on top by 10. Here's in the lane to Christian. And a foul called on the play. Phil Brown will be charged with a foul, and Christian will get to go to the line. I tell you, that's quite a player, that Christian. Burl Christian will be at the charity stripe. That's 4 fouls on Phil Brown now. At the line will be Christian. He could get his 28th point of the ball game, and he would be tied with Vernon Odom, who also has 28. Shots up good. 74-65. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. This ball game's far from over.
It certainly is, though.
Shots up. It's good. And it's 74-66 now. Here comes Odom. Almost lost it through heavy traffic into the front court. Looks around, stops, passes on the right, and a foul is called on the play. Robinson on the arms. And I was just watching, you said earlier that the officials started tightening up on the ball game and calling it a little bit closer. Now they've laxed up a little bit. That is to West Montgomery's advantage with their pressure, sticky defense.
It certainly is. However, they weren't all that lax because they called a foul a minute ago on Phil Brown that could very easily have been a charge.
Odom puts it up, no good. Rebound is down Ingram. Ingram takes it into the front court, looks around, stops, wants to put it in the corner. Robinson gets it back, and he'll put it up. Ingram scores. Timeout, West Montgomery. 3:21 on the clock. West Montgomery calls timeout with a score. Bandys 74, West Montgomery 68. Back to action here. Bandys breaks the backcourt pressure again. Vernon Odom has the ball, gets it into the front court, knocked out of bounds. Robinson got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds, and it's going to be Bandys' ball on the outside. Harris will throw it in.
The Trojans are having a terrible time with this tough West Montgomery defense.
They really are. Here's a foul call on the play. A little reaching around there on the inside call. If Bandys doesn't make them, and they continue to lose the ball off and on in possession. Hey, almost got a technical over here, didn't we? Hey, that's 5 fouls on him, okay? Darrell Robinson fouls out of the ball game, number 20. Gets a big hand from the West Montgomery fans. Fine. Harris looks and puts it up. It's good. It's good, folks, and it's 75-68. 7-point spread. Bandys, 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the ball game. Here's Harris again, and good. 76-68. Harris having a good night, 18 points. Here into the front court, across on the right side, shots up, no good by Pemberton. Odom rebounds. Fast break, Harris going to be thrown away, and the ball will go out of bounds. Odom threw it away. Into the front court, on the outside, almost went out of bounds, but it didn't. Pemberton picks it up, down underneath with a shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, jump ball. Christian in there with Connor will jump. Under 8-point spread. Bandys on top with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left. You win it, you go to the Greensboro Coliseum. You lose, you hang it up on the season. Steal, Odom, and it's going to be Connors picking up the loose ball. He goes to Harris. Harris with it, takes it across into the front court. Triple team foul call. Harris.
Well, Trojans currently have an 8-point lead, Dave, and if Benny Harris could hit these two right here, it would certainly give Bill Boss a little bit more breathing room.
The first one's up, and it's no good. And the rebound is down by Christian to Ingram. Ingram behind the back, takes it into the front court all the way down, stops, goes up with a shot, good. Timeout has been called with 2 minutes and 24 seconds showing on the clock. Bandys. Back in Statesville, Bandys brings it into the front court. Here's Vernon Odom, up with a shot, good. Odom takes it to the hoop and drops it in. 78-70, Bandys back up by 70. Down in the corner, long outside shot by Robinson is good. That's Morgan, rather, and he scores. And it's 78-72. Odom has 30 points. Or more for what? The 21st time in his career. That's unbelievable. Every 6 games, he scored at least 30 points. Here comes Odom on the outside. They covered him up, took it away from him. Down quickly, fast break. Robinson lays it in. 78-74. West Montgomery has pulled back to within 4 points now. And the defense has to be the key. That and the fact, Larry, that those Trojans have been out there all night. No relief at all. They don't have the depth West has. And here's the tripping him up. And Odom will go to the line. He's got to help them. Odom needs to connect on these. The first one's good. 79-74. Bandys up by 5. A minute 39 seconds left. Odom ready for his second shot. Up and good. And it's 80-74. Vernon Odom with 32 points of the night. Here comes the inbounds. And it's going to be into the front court. Quickly, Ingram drives, stops, puts up the shot. It's in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Ingram's got his own. Odom took it away. Here's to Brown. Fast break to Harris. Layup, 2 points. 82-74. Bandys behind the back. Robinson up for the shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Back up, no good. Fight for it. Robinson again. Back up, no good. Robinson again, out of bounds. 82-74. A minute 11 left. Bandys has the ball. Here it comes to Odom. Odom to Connor. Connor looks for help, goes to Odom. Odom to Brown. Backdoor shot in. 84-74. The finals of state 2A basketball. Down underneath, Ingram to Robinson. They throw it away. Picked up by Odom in the corner. Odom looking for help. He's in heavy traffic, comes through it all the way down, shoves it to Brown, and he scores. Philip Brown puts it in. 86-74 from the corner. Shots no good. Christian rebounds back up, no good. 35 seconds is all that's left. The ball is on the floor. Tied up, jump ball. The Bandys fans have gone wild. 31 seconds remain. Bandys 86, West Montgomery 74. Timeout has been called with 31 seconds left. And you're listening to the Regional Western Finals of State 2A basketball on 123, the Sports Boys. The West Montgomery fans are leaving. The Bandys fans are on their feet. They smell victory with 31 seconds on the clock in the ball game. Bandys 86, West Montgomery 74. Remember, the Warriors were #1 in the state according to the AP poll. Remember, the Warriors had been undefeated. Tonight they'll get their first loss. Here's the tap. Underneath Christian, the shot's up. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Back up and good. And I believe Odom will be charged with a foul in there. Connor will get it. Excuse me. Mike Connor gets the foul. Vernon Odom has 32 points. He's had 15 rebounds tonight, over 10 assists, and he's had at least 7 or 8 streaks where he's popped them up one right after the other. What a ball game.
This has been an unbelievable performance by Vernon Odom as well as the Bandys coaches themselves. Everybody has played an absolutely super ball game.
Absolutely. Shots up, no good. Odom rebounds this one. He wants one more before he calls it up. Here's fast break to Brown. He'll put it up, and no good. Rebound is out, and out with it is Morgan as they take it down in the front court with 14 seconds. Ingram puts it up. Won't go. Fight for the rebound, and a foul is going to be called on the play. And give 5 guys who have given it all night long continuously a chance to sit down. 10 seconds remain, and listen to this crowd give the standing ovation to the Trojans. What a ball game it's been. They all go out except for Mike Connor, and he's at the charity stripe for Bandys with 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's 86-76. Bandys on top by 10. The shot's up good. 87-76. Remember, Bandys will play the winner of the games being played tonight in the western part of the state, or the eastern part of the state, I should say, rather. That's 10 seconds remaining and timeout. Up here we go. We stand right here. Steal on the inbounds play. Hicks picks up a steal, and a foul is going to be called on the play. 7 seconds all that's left in this one. 88-76. Bandys on top. First shot up and good as Tim Hicks scores. Second shot good. And it's 90-76 in the front court. Shots up and stuffed in. Nope, they say. They're not going to count that one. 1 second remains. Bandys will have the ball in the out of bounds. They're going to win it. That's it, folks. The Bandys Trojans win in Statesville, North Carolina. Bandys fans mobbing the players. The court is completely covered with bodies, and what a ball game it's been. The Trojans go to the Greensboro Coliseum, Greensboro, North Carolina, on Friday night, and they'll be in the state 2A finals in high school basketball. Then on Saturday night, the Bandys Lady Trojans go to Elon College in the finals of state 2A high school basketball. They won the first game here tonight. And Larry Siegel, it's been a long time since I saw a game quite as exciting as the one we saw tonight, and that had the individual performances we saw by a bunch of players.
Dave, it may be even longer before you ever see another one like it, too. And as we talked earlier, the number 1 is the number 2 team in the state in the 2A division playing right here tonight. It had to be something similar to a state championship game, and I think we saw the state championship game. I couldn't imagine 2 better teams anywhere in the state of North Carolina in the 2A division, and I don't see how there's another team around that can beat either one of these teams.
I tell you, I want to see it if there is. And of course, Bill Bach wants that trophy. He had his hands in reach of it last year, but he couldn't bring it back home to Bandys High. So this year he's got a chance to do it again in the Greensboro Coliseum. Final score, Bandys 90, West Montgomery 76. We're back with a post-game show from Statesville, North Carolina, here on 123, the Sports Voice of the Valley. But at the moment, the Bandys Trojans are going to receive their plaque for being the number 1 team in the Western State 2A Regionals here at Statesville. West Montgomery will get the runner-up trophy tonight as well. As you can see, a mob of people out there. The Bandys fans here tonight in full force, and I'm sure they'll be on their way to Greensboro and to Elon College as well. Here's the announcement for the West Montgomery team. The Warriors, the runner-up team tonight, will accept their trophy. Second year in a row, they have won the Western Regionals. Get their trophy. Vernon Odom holding it up high out there at the moment. A happy group of people now destined to attempt to bring back the State 2A championship from Greensboro, North Carolina next week. Greensboro Coliseum, where tonight it's the finals of the State 2A basketball.
First, that one guard is Michael Boone, 5'10", 150-pound senior. The other guard is Jerry Corbett, 5'11", 165, and a senior. At the forwards, Gerald Underwood, 6'2", senior at 150, and Willard Hall, 6'1", 165, and a senior. The center is Keith Beckton, 6'3", 180, and a senior. So it's Boone, Corbett, Underwood, Hall, and Beckton. For Bandys tonight at the point is Benny Harris, 5'11", senior at 155. The other guard is Vernon Odom, 6'2", 170, a senior, averaging 26.5 points per game. At the forwards, Adrian Connor, 6'3", 172, and a senior. And Phil Brown, 6'4", 190, and a senior. And the center tonight will be Mike Connor, 6'3", a junior, at 195 pounds. So for Bandys, it's Harris, the 2 Connors, Mike and Adrian, Vernon Odom, and Phil Brown. Bandys is the home team on the scoreboard. That's the roar you hear for the Trojans under Bill Boss, who has a career record of 564 and 137. He's won 415 games at Bandys High. Bandys wearing the white home uniforms tonight with the green and gold trim. Sampson Union in red with a record of 19-7. Their head coach for some 20 years, the veteran Nathan Guy. 2 teams that have been here before. This is for all the marbles, the ultimate in state basketball for the play-by-play of the championship game. Here's Dave Lingerfeld.
Ball is in the air, and Bandys is going to come up with a tap. Vernon Odom goes to the air immediately and hits. Bandys leads 2-0 in the first shot of the ball game by Vernon Odom. He scores with nothing but strings, and it's 2-0. On the right side, here's Michael Boone for the Spartans. He'll get on the inside. Take it away. They lost it. It's going to be picked up by Connor on the inside. And Connor will give it off to Odom, and Odom will drop it back to Harris, and Harris will bring it into the front court. Harris at the top of the circle to Connor on the right, back to Harris. Left side to Odom. He'll fake and take, and it's going to be off the rim, no good. Here's Brown, back up. It won't go. The rebound this time comes off to Willard Hall of the Spartans.